Stomping through the halls, we don't tiptoe. Kill streaks like we dominate in Skid Row. When we down, you still never see my click throw. I just pull up on you with Kimbo. Stomping through the halls, we don't tiptoe. Kill streaks like we dominate in Skid Row. When we down, you still never see my click throw. I just pull up on you with Kimbo. Been around scary folk, never stereotype, man, we barely spoke. I learned it's best to keep a wild card very close. You never know when you caught in that scenario. Oh, they always wonder how I took my past and ran with it. If you call it, I ain't answering. You fighting with a southpaw, make you switch your stance if we dance again. Hard body, cocky, but American.
PPW Nation, welcome back to the Prairie Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. We are your commentary team for this afternoon. We are the Video Bros. My name is Bobby Munson, and the man sitting beside me, he's the man with the angelic voice. He's Papa Spokes. Papa Spokes, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Munson, and here's a shout out to all the wrestling people out there, all the PPW Nation out there. We got a huge match for you this week.
We got a massive match is what we got here, Papa Spokes. It is time for those tag titles to be on the line, and it's going to be contested inside of a triple threat tag team ladder match. Tornado rules apply, no tags required, all 6 men in the ring, Papa Spokes. There is ladders set up all over this place, ready for the action here tonight. It is going to be absolute madness and chaos. As we're about to be joined by the Brotherhood, I want to ask you, if it's your first time here or you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button down below, give this video a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and turn that notification bell on so you never miss any more of the action here from Prairie Pro Wrestling. And there they are, Papa Spokes, the two that demanded this match in particular. They said that it was to their advantage, and they very well could be right. It's the ladder match here tonight, as requested by the Brotherhood, with the titles on the line.
Boy, and they cut an imposing figure coming down to the ring here, don't they, Munson? Jacob Creed and the Dixie Dragon, both huge, both mean, both with a reputation throughout this province for being no-nonsense wrestlers. The other teams in this match are in for a huge challenge tonight against the Brotherhood.
They very much will be, and I think that's what the Brotherhood was banking on, Papa Smokes. Use this to their advantage as they interfered and caused a no contest in the matchup between the Clandestine Society and the Short Kings. One hell of a tag team matchup that was rudely interrupted. But it brings us to right here, right back to where we started, Papa Smokes. These 3 teams have been running the division for a very long time. These 3 teams were the ones that stepped into the Ring of Horrors and competed to crown the very first ever tag team champions. And here we are tonight. It's going to be contested this time in the ladder match. We're being joined now by the leader of the Clandestine Society, our savior and God's gift to wrestling. It is Michael Richard Blaze, one of the great veterans of Canadian professional wrestling. You know, no stranger to the ladder match, MRB, Papa Smokes. He has been inside tons of crazy ladder matches in his career so far. I think that this, you know, we talk about it being favorable to the Brotherhood, but I think Michael Richard Blaze, for the amount of times he's been in a ladder match, I think he's got to say that he's got the experience level on his side here tonight.
Very much so, Munson, and to think that he's in another ladder match here, if you followed him on social media at any time in the past couple of years, you know that Michael Richard Blaze knows his way around the ladder. He's got the viral videos to prove it.
I need to ask you a question. Are you ready? Are you ready? No, I don't think I'm ready just yet. Because we're forgetting something. Saskatoon! Bring us our cowboys!
Michael Richard Blaze calls for it. He says, Saskatoon, bring us our cowboy. And this place is about to erupt, Papa Smokes, with bringing out the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow, here to the matchup.
One of the big moments at any PPW show is when the Rhinestone Cowboy makes his flamboyant entrance. Boy, these fans are going to erupt.
They love them some two-stepping up in Saskatoon here, Papa Smokes. And again, Stephen Crow, no stranger to the ladder match as well, too. Learning alongside of all of the Clandestine Society members as they have gone into some of the most hellacious matchups here in Western Canadian wrestling history. And tonight is going to be no stranger to that. I know it's going to be absolute madness, absolute chaos. The Brotherhood trying to impose themselves on Stephen Crow, not letting him get around to adhere to the PPW Nation, but Stephen Crow is not going to allow that to break up the party here tonight. Are you ready, Papa Smokes? It's like a Rhinestone Cowboy.
Woo!
The Nation are in great spirits here tonight. Loud and excited here, Papa Smokes. The Nation are blowing the roof off here in Saskatoon, as they always do. You know, we just had another taping here in Saskatoon, one of the hottest shows we've had in quite some time here over the summer. And we're going to be back in action with you very soon. If you haven't seen a PPW show live yet in person, well, then what the hell are you waiting for? Make your way out to Saskatoon for the hottest show in town, Prairie Pro Wrestling. It is time now, Papa Smokes. It is time for the champions, the only tag team champions so far in PPW history. The tag team champions that aren't afraid to defend those belts against any team that steps in their way. What they lack in height, they make up for in heart. It is Mars the Specialist and the Thickness, Reed Matthews, the Short Kings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we thought it was loud and deafening for the Clandestine Society. I can barely hear myself talk right now, Papa Smokes. This place has ignited with excitement for the tag team champions. They don't have the belts on them right now because those belts are currently strung high above the ring. The only way that you're going to be able to walk out with them is to be able to climb the ladder, get to the top, and pull them down. And I got to wonder, Papa Smokes, when you look at the way to win a ladder match, is this one against the tag team champions? Completely 100% a disadvantage to our champs.
Well, certainly just based on height alone, the Short Kings are going in with a tall mountain to climb to get up to those tag team championships. But in other ways, they've got the skill, they've got the speed, and they've got the crowd behind them. I think the Short Kings could be the favorites to win this match.
They definitely have the crowd behind them. The Clandestine Society tend to be big favorites here in Saskatoon, but you put them inside the ring with the Short Kings, and suddenly the Clandestine Society aren't the most loved inside that ring. Still loved by the fans, much more than the Brotherhood, mind you. But wise is the Brotherhood. Look at this, outside of the ring right now, not in a rush to get inside there, but as seen by the rest of the members in this thing, they're not waiting around to get this party started.
Oh, here we go, Munson, and it ain't going to be pretty. They're going to start with some brawling outside the ring. Look at these fans getting an up-close look at the action.
I have a funny feeling, Papa Smokes, you and I are going to be without voices by the time this thing wraps up and is all said and done. But the Brotherhood requested this, and they're getting a taste of their own medicine here tonight. Right now, the Clandestine Society and the champions, the Short Kings, working in tandem to take out the big men.
Well, that's gonna be what it takes to win this match, Munson, is teamwork and working in tandem, just like you said. The Short Kings and the Clandestine Society and the Brotherhood all have that chemistry as tag teams together. They're really going to have to work as a team, whoever manages to get to the top of that ladder and unhook those titles.
Despite the odds not being in their favor, the Brotherhood using their size to their advantage, now taking all of the opponents down and out. They're now heading to the outside of the ring. I can only imagine with the idea to get this thing over with early, grab that ladder, and get those belts immediately. You know, the ladder already being introduced into this thing. The Brotherhood gonna set that thing aside there, but not if Mars has any say in it, diving to the outside on top of the ladder.
Oh, there's a reason they call it a suicida, Munson, and you see that right there. Mars, the specialist, just throwing all caution to the wind, diving right into that ladder. As long as it took out the Brotherhood, he's good with it.
And already the tandem work from the Clandestine Society and the Short Kings has come to an abrupt ending as the Clandestine Society taking out the thickness, and they're standing tall in the middle of that ring right now. They're going to give Mars a little taste of the action. The steel hitting Mars right in the face.
These teams aren't wasting any time getting those metal ladders involved. It be to your huge advantage to use those ladders correctly in order to deal out damage on your opponents.
I'm wondering just how many ladders are underneath that ring here tonight, Papa Smokes, and I'm wondering by the end of the night how many of them are going to survive the big boots there from the Brotherhood. And look at the flying thickness through the air.
Wow, the momentum he got on that dive. Brotherhood are down and not moving at all. Now the Short King is going to direct traffic outside the ring there. They're just basically brawling with whoever they feel like it.
Going up the rampway here, you know, that's a recently replaced rampway. We already had that taken out in a previous match that involved ladders here, Papa Smokes. I hope that these guys are going to try to keep the ramp in good order here tonight.
Something tells me these teams aren't too worried about the ramp. They're worried about those belts at the top of the ring.
Dixie Dragon now fighting off both members of the Clandestine Society. As far as I can tell here, Papa Smokes, and we didn't get a camera back there at the moment, but it looks like the Short Kings have actually dragged Jacob Creed back to the backstage area, and the battle continuing back there right now. Trying to really isolate the Brotherhood at this point in time, but again, now Dixie Dragon being taken out by the Clandestine Society. The Clandestine Society might look to take this opportune time to be out there with nobody to stop them from grabbing those belts. But they look hell-bent on doing the damage to Dixie Dragon first, dumping him into the ringside area amongst all of the PPW Nation. We got a fan with a chair in the air. We always ask the fans, as exciting as it gets, to try not to be too involved in the action here. We don't need any fan interaction unless, well, maybe the Clandestine Society's calling for it. They want that chair.
Yeah, I think it's just a strong suggestion by the fan there. I know Michael Blaze is going to take him up on it.
Oh, you pay for a seat and your seat just choked out the dragon. And a double kick right to the chops. The Dixie Dragon goes down. Clandestine Society looking solid so far here, Papa Smokes. This might be their window of opportunity. No other teams in sight at the moment. All you got to do, boys, grab that ladder, climb it, and grab that gold. It is all yours. That is exactly what they plan to do here. Ladder heading into the ring. I think it might be for the first time this matchup so far, even, Papa Smokes. Clandestine Society looked at calling on for the fan support, but out come the Short Kings, not going to allow their titles to slip through their hands that easily.
I feel like the Clandestine Society had a nice window in which they maybe could have got those belts or gotten close to it, but they just took a little too much time trying to find those ladders and such. Now the Short Kings coming out, they are not going to give up those belts without a huge fight.
They did accomplish what they looked to accomplish right off the start. The Brotherhood has been completely isolated out of this match right now, and we have got ourselves just two teams at the moment battling it out for the tag team titles. And the Clandestine Society, it looks like they've taken the least amount of damage so far. Stephen Crow waking Michael Richard Blaze up and looking to go up himself. The Thickness getting right in there to make sure he doesn't get too far. What great champions the Short Kings have been, not backing down from anything, including this here match tonight, as both teams now climbing that ladder, looking to grab it. But Michael Richard Blaze with a ladder, Mars with a ladder. We got triple ladders going on here, Papa's folks. Oh, good God, they are constructing contraptions here. I don't want to know what kind of chaos could ensue from this.
God, whatever they're building, it looks painful already.
Brotherhood now getting back into the mix now. Oh, Michael Richard Blaze thrown halfway across the damn ring there. Jacob Creed just smashes the Thickness straight down. Now the Brotherhood have cleared house here. Could we be seeing the reign of the Brotherhood only moments away, or are they looking to inflict absolute chaos and more damage here tonight on their opponents?
Oh, we've seen over the years in PPW, the Brotherhood have a mean streak a mile wide. You know they're not going to be nice about this. You know that they don't care about the health or wellness of their opponents. They're going to do what needs to be done to win this match. And those ladders leaning in the corner, oh boy.
Oh, that ladder just bent right in half, and that one got taken out too. My God, Papa Smokes.
Sound of that, Munson. It sounded like a shotgun going on.
Absolute mayhem here tonight. Look at it. There's nothing left almost of that ladder. I don't know what straighten it out's going to do here, unless it's just to inflict more pain, more damage. That could be just it. Michael Richard Blaze trying to prevent Jacob Creed from tossing Stephen Crow down onto that ladder. But the sacrifice might personally cost him, taking the same kind of damage. He's scooped up and straight down. Oh my God. Oh no! The weight of the dragon straight down with the ladder underneath.
Oh, you can already see the red welts on Michael Richard Blaze's back from the ladder. Oh my God.
The strength that Jacob Creed just tossing around. Stephen Crow, taken out, finished right there. They just need another ladder because they've taken the rest out, but in come the Short Kings again. The Thickness trying to get back in the ring. Jacob Creed putting an immediate stop to it. But no more ladders in sight at the moment. I know there's got to be more ladders up in the house, or else they're going to have to get creative in order to get up there and get to those belts. What is the Dragon planning here? Double splash from the rope.
Wow, nice move. Clandestine Society really feeling it from that one.
PPW Nation are not too happy right now. A sea of boos going on from the nation right now, Papa Smokes, as they are watching the complete destruction of their heroes in the tag team division, the Short Kings and the Clandestine Society, being laid out here tonight.
You got to think at this point in the match that it might be favored in the direction of the Brotherhood just due to their viciousness, their lack of care for any of the rules or any of the tactics. They're just laying waste to these two other teams right now, and there's not much fans can do about it except boo. Now Jacob Creed has found a ladder that looks fairly intact. He's going to try and get that in the ring, possibly to make it climb.
Stephen Crow dumped outside. The Thickness dumped outside. Mars the Specialist tossed out like a rag doll, and the Brotherhood stand alone right in the middle of the ring with that ladder now, Papa Smokes.
Okay, this is dangerous. Yeah, look at Jacob Creed with the height on him. He's halfway to those belts already, and there's no one in sight to interrupt this. Wait a second.
Here comes the Thickness. Here comes the Rhinestone Cowboy. Mars, the specialist, now in and another ladder right to the back of Jacob Creed. And we have, again, we're at the 3 ladders in that damn ring here. The amount of damage, the amount of pain that these guys are willing to put their bodies through in order to win PPW gold is amazing. Wow. You get on a roll of talking and then you start seeing things like this.
That's the good old Malachi crunch right there, Munson.
Oh no. Oh no, I just overheard a call being made here. The Clandestine Society have got something in store for the Dixie Dragon. And it looks like the Short Kings might have the same kind of sentiment in store for Jacob Creed on the other side. Oh no, right through the damn ladder. Oh my God.
Can you believe that?
Oh, and the double knee straight to the Dragon doesn't quite take him out. So Blaze gives it a whirl and that ladder gets broken too.
Can you imagine the pain on your lower back, having another man's entire body weight come down on you when you're lying on a ladder like that? My God, that's got to put the Brotherhood at a severe disadvantage for the rest of this match.
Not to mention the fall that you're going to take afterwards, along with that ladder straight down to the concrete below. The This Is Awesome chants are now echoing here through the Cosmos Senior Center as the Short Kings, the Clandestine Society, staring each other down in that ring. No ladder in sight. A little two-stepping going on. Are the Short Kings going to tolerate it, though?
Blaze and Crow are feeling it, though. They're team bonding right there. They're telling each other, we know we can win this. All we got to do is stick to our game plan and use the skills that we've developed over the years. The Clandestine Society's looking great at this point in the ring. You can see that they believe in their team and believe in each other.
They're really taking the Short Kings out right now. Now that ladder coming back out. Again, like, we intend for any of the ladders to make it through the night. I'm really having my doubts at this point, Bob Smokes. Oh, look at this. Reversal from the Short Kings. Reversal from the Clandestine Society. And look, Crow eats the ladder. Blaze off the middle ropes with the moonsault.
You knew those country dance moves were going to come in handy there, Munson. A little do-si-do in the middle of the ring, and look at the Clandestine Society go now.
Absolutely insane, Papa Smokes. This match is everything and more. Look at Mars, the specialist, ducks underneath Michael Richard Blaze. The Blaze in the process setting that ladder up. Now goes behind, trying to get a hold of Mars, the specialist.
Oh no. Oh no.
What could these two possibly do? Back and forth, back and forth. Look at the great wrestling going on between these two right now. Back elbow from Blaze now takes a little bit of the advantage, and he's looking up. He sees those belts. We know the kind of height the Blaze could get. I wouldn't put it by him to leap straight up to them. Mars now going up. Could he be looking to take Blaze out, or is he just looking to get above him and maybe make a jump towards those belts himself?
They climbed right over top of him now. Mars, the specialist, not far from those hanging belts.
Now Stephen Crow looking to do the same as he climbs up. Now he's climbing above Mars. And he's on his shoulders
God.
now. Oh no, Pompous Post, there's no way he's going to do this.
Please, no.
Holy shit, it connects. Wow.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's unbelievable. Off the top of the ladder with that Poison Rana. And that definitely deserves a little rhinestone cowboy dance right there.
Nation are on their feet. They believe in the Clandestine Society right now. They think it's all over. Go for it. Climb that ladder. We are going to see new tag team champions. No, we're not. Just in the nick of time, the thickness back into this thing.
Boy, and after Mars took that horrendous move off the top of the ladder, look at what a team the Short Kings are. Reed Matthews right there to support his partner. He's not going to let those belts go, not while he's around.
He is fighting with everything he's got. Oh, that discus punch misses though this time, and Blaze fights back. Big kick right to the face. Oh, a series of kicks coming in for the Rhinestone Cowboy. Oh, he just about took the head right off the thickness.
Clandestine Society's got all kinds of fancy footwork tonight. Reed Matthews just ate about 8 kicks from that team.
There we go. Is yet another ladder? No, this is one of the crooked ladders here. We got one of the broken ladders making its appearance back into the ring. I don't know if is it safe? Well, mind you, I was about to ask if it's safe to climb it. I don't know if there's anything safe that these three teams are doing here tonight, Papa's folks.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about safety at this point. But look at this. Blaze is going to make sure they get up to the top. He's got a few ladders set up right underneath the belts. They're going to maybe make a go for the titles right here.
Or are they? What the hell do they have in mind here, Papa's folks?
Oh, Lord.
They are laying the thickness right between the rungs of those 2 ladders.
No, guys, don't do this.
The thickness is hung up, and they're going up. The Rhinestone Cowboy is up on the shoulders of Michael Richard Blaze. There is no way in hell. This could end it right here. Down and through he goes.
Oh, my God. He probably broke both Reed Matthews' legs right there. What an extremely dangerous and sadistic move that was.
Whatever it takes to win the gold, that is the name of the game here tonight. The fans are loving it. We hope you're loving it, watching from all around the world. Hello to everybody that's joining us. Thank you from wherever it is you have joined us from. This is PPW action. This is the best pro wrestling action you're going to be able to see every single Saturday right here on YouTube. Now Mars the Specialist coming back in to assure that the Rhinestone Cowboy doesn't make his way to the top of the ladder. And he's thumping that ladder right into the lower back of the Rhinestone Cowboy. And now look at this, Mars the Specialist going to put that broken ladder right between those rungs. And he's climbing up.
And Mars has got to be realizing that he might be on his own at this point. After Matthews just got broken in half through the rungs of that ladder, it might be just Mars left on the Short Kings.
What the hell? No! Oh. My God, right through the damn ladder!
Oh my God, in the form of a packaged pile driver right through that suspended ladder there. Doesn't look like it did Mars much good either. He hasn't moved since then.
Referee's checking on all the competitors here. The damage that's been done. Will anybody even have it in them? As Blaze comes back in and that knee right to the head of Mars the Specialist. Mars might be completely out of this thing now, Papa's folks. There we go. It could be time for the Clandestine Society to finally take their place at the top of the PPW Tag Team Division. Michael Richard Blaze is climbing up. Titles in sight, but Mars, how the hell is he still standing, Papa's folks? And here we go, the thickness from the top rope. No way. He's on wobbly legs, but he connects with the frog splash.
What an impact. Reed Matthews just landing right on the chest of Michael Richard Blaze there. Now they're both winded from that. You can see Blaze has got an injured leg. He's limping around. This match is really taking its toll on all 6 competitors.
We are mark of this chaotic PPW tag team matchup. There might not be an end in sight, and I don't think the nation has a problem at all, Pop Smoke. They are glued to the edge of their seats. They are loud, and they are excited. Now, the thickness making an attempt to go up, but just in the nick of time, Stephen Crow breaking everything back up. Back and forth, Clandestine Society, Short Kings, Clandestine Society, Short Kings, the Brotherhood, nowhere in sight right now from the damage they took earlier on here in this matchup. Look, Blaze with that amazing agility, still deep into this matchup like that. But a little too much time to get to the top. The thickness had it scouted. Now it's like the thickness just got another wind of energy, but the Grindstone Cowboy breaking it up quickly.
That was an awkward fall to the outside for Reed Matthews there, too. He took a tumble. He might be hurt on the outside. But look at this.
Mars trying to get the title. He's got to get the ladder into the right spot there as he's now heading on up. Are they just out of reach, or can he get it from there, Papa Smokes? He seems like he's not being challenged, but Stephen Crow just in the nick of time getting there. And now look at this, hooking Mars's feet under the rungs. And now holding him by the hair. No way! Blaze to the top. Has he got enough spring in his step still? The answer is yes, as it connects.
Unbelievable. You know, that Blaze, he tries some pretty crazy stuff. He's got a little bit of a screw loose upstairs. When he sees an opportunity in a wrestling match to take a huge risk and a huge advantage, he's taking it every time.
The energy flowing through the Rhinestone Cowboy right now. The nation are cheering him on. Climb that ladder, grab the belts. That's what it's all about right here, right now. The thickness fights his way back in, though, just in time to save the titles. Oh, and a big knee from Stephen Crow. Blaze comes in with one of his own. And you can see the damage that's been done to Michael Richard Blaze. He seems to be hobbling, favoring that one leg there, Papa Smokes. Took some serious damage in that last maneuver.
Oh, you think? Yeah, he took just as much damage as his opponent did. That's just testament to how badly he wants to win this match. He's got to deal out more punishment yet in order to buy time to climb to the top of that ladder.
Thickness fights his way out of this situation. Stephen Crow with a big slap across the face of the thickness. Now heading up here. I don't know how these guys are still doing this, Papa Smokes. That is how much the PPW tag team titles mean to all of these teams. Oh, look at that. Reed catches him out, and Mars with the kick straight to Stephen Crow.
The Short Kings have seen that move delivered positively already in this match. They are not having it again. Whoa, look at that.
Goodness, what do the Short Kings have in mind here?
Oh, whatever it is, it's not going to be good for the Rhinestone Cowboy.
He's up. Oh, no! Can you believe it? Damn, what did we just see, Papa Smokes?
Oh. Wow, and now the Short Kings with all the momentum, they look like they're ready to defend those titles. Look at these two coming together as a team.
It is all over. That is why they are the tag team champions, as they make the ascent straight to the top to grab the belts. And no, the Brotherhood who have been out for quite some time, have found their way back into this matchup. This is a worst case scenario for both the champs and the Clandestine Society. Damage that's already been done, and now the Brotherhood coming in and inflicting that re-education upon their opponents. double stomp to the big man right onto Marza Specialist. The thickness tossed out of the ring. It has got to be over. This is exactly what the nation was fearing.
The Short Kings and the Clandestine Society have just been kicking the living hell out of each other for the past 7 to 10 minutes. Now Brotherhood comes in. They look like they're just going to clean up the mess and leave with those titles. Oh.
Brotherhood not satisfied to just try to get up the ladder and get the belts. They want to inflict the damage. They want to make sure their opponents have no way back. The Brotherhood now on the outside. No, what is the plan here? No, no, no. Creed, do not do that. Oh my God.
What? Wow. Talk about an up-close fan experience there. You just got a wrestler thrown right into your section.
Again, the Brotherhood have now taken out the competition. They stand tall inside of that ring. Ladder coming in. It has got to be over, Papa Smokes.
Yeah.
Here we are. We are looking at the new tag team champions right there. Jacob Creed is going to climb that ladder and end this right now.
Brotherhood are smart. They played the long game. They sat out for a little bit and watched as the other two teams beat the holy hell out of each other.
Speaking of holy hell, the Clandestine Society not done yet, Papa Smokes. They just shot back into this thing, preventing the Brotherhood from getting those belts.
Whoa. Wow, I wasn't expecting this. I thought the Clandestine Society was down and out in this match. Look at the comeback they're making. They look like they're strong and determined at this point late in the match. They look good for winning this also.
Of that ladder goes Stephen Crow. No. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. Crow's out in the nick of time.
Oh, no, and now some damage to the back of the Dixie Dragon.
Oh, and a double kick right to the chops of the Dixie Dragon as well, too. Now they're looking at taking Jacob Creed, the Crazed Cowboy, out as well. No, but Crazed Cowboy's got other plans in store. Dumps Michael Richard Blaze over. Ducks the Rhinestone Cowboy. Look at the agility of Stephen Crow on display. And he's holding now onto the ankles of Jacob Creed. And what the hell do they have there? Is that duct tape, Papa Smokes? Does Michael Richard Blaze have duct tape?
I believe he just bit the end in order to get some off the roll there. Look at this. He's taping Jacob Creed to the ring post. That super strong tape while the Rhinestone Cowboy holds his legs. This is genius strategy.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, you've taken out one of the biggest competitors in this matchup in Jacob Creed. He is absolutely done unless he can get someone to get him out of this predicament. Dixie Dragon's out. The Short Kings are missing in action, and the Clandestine Society have the Crazed Cowboy taped to the ring post. It is all over. The champs are about to get to the top. The titles will be theirs.
Yeah, this is Clandestine Society's match to win right now at this point.
Oh, hold on here, Papa Smoke. The Short Kings have reemerged with a double height ladder. That thing is bigger than any other ladder we've seen here tonight.
What? It extends out the top just for short people. This is awesome.
They came with a plan. There's Bucky McGraw trying to loosen the tape off of his man Jacob Creed. Meanwhile, action inside of the ring as the Short Kings are setting up the super tall ladder. What a plan.
They needed a secret weapon in this match, Munson, and it has come out. This is looking like the climax to a huge, huge match.
Dixie Dragon back in, takes Stephen Crow down. Got a hold of him, going to be looking to do his damage. And Blaze takes his eyes off the prize to help out his tag team partner. All three are down and out, but the champs are left there. Papa Smokes, they have got it. It is over. The champs retain.
Oh, unbelievable, Munson. It took a Herculean effort and an extra tall ladder. But look at this. The Short Kings, higher than they've ever been over top of a PPW ring, are still the champions with those beautiful gold belts to the cheers of PPW Nation. This is absolutely awesome.
Incredible matchup again here from Prairie Pro Wrestling from the tag division. Absolutely dynamite as the Short Kings retain the PPW Tag Team Championship. Again, I don't think that's the last. We'll see if either the Brotherhood or the Clandestine Society in the title picture, but we also have to keep in mind, Papa Smokes, the Short Kings got a message recently from the Tall Kings, the team known as Paralira, who are now lurking within the ranks of Prairie Pro Wrestling. The Short Kings have got a massive target on their back, and they have got to do everything they can to continue to hold on to PPW gold. But they overcame the odds here tonight, and they look strong as always. Congratulations goes out to the Short Kings.
Wow, well-deserved victory after a terribly bloody battle going on here between these three teams, much to the amusement of the PPW Nation here. Just feeling the love of the crowd now. Yeah, that's it, boys. Get up on those ladders and soak in that adulation from the crowd. You guys deserve it. You're the PPW Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, congratulations to the Short Kings, and thank you everybody for tuning in once again to Prairie Pro Wrestling here on YouTube. We want to thank you for taking your time to spend it here with us this afternoon. And we will be back again next Saturday with more PPW action. So from myself, from Papa Smokes, and all of PPW management, have yourselves a happy Saturday, and we will see you in 1 week's time. Take care, everybody.
We're